Alright, cool. We should be live up on the YouTube. I'm gonna go ahead on and as soon as Tate put his bottle down, I'm gonna go ahead on and start the intro. Okay, intro in 3, 2, 1. All power to the people. It's the Bruh Listen Podcast, the Black podcast focusing on social political issues and how they affect our community. With your hosts, Bria Ward, Cedric Owens, Matt Smiley, and Anthony Rogers. Bruh Listen. Bruh Nation, back at it. What's good? Episode number 15 coming at you with the strength on it. We're going to have a good one today because we finally decided to do it. As much as we tried not to, we finally decided to talk about Trump. So we're going to get into Trump here. We also going to get into XX Tractor. What's his name called?
Well, put some respect on the boy's name.
What his name is?
Don't ask me what his name is. You should know it. What
Ain't an extension.
What it is?
Triple X. We'll call the boy Triple X.
Nah, man, it's the other nigga's name, Triple X.
They know who we talking about.
Extension.
D
You
on
gotta say what accent.
D on the couch in the 685 Studios Live. He says extension. So I don't know if that's French or Italian.
Nah, I gotta call that nigga something else.
You don't want to call him
Triple X.
extension?
Nah, X.
X.
Call this nigga.
No, because we got a nigga named X. It's a nigga in the industry named X. That nigga named Triple X Tractor. But yeah, we gonna get into him a little bit later. And I'm pretty sure like all the young niggas that was on here was like, man, fuck these niggas, man. He was a legend. I'm out. I'm not listening no more.
He was dope.
You think so? We gonna get into
Say
it.
so.
You think so? You listen to it, man?
They say so. Yeah.
Man.
Kanye say he support his efforts.
I mean, I listen to his music. It's alright.
He made suicide music.
Okay.
He do. It's real sad. It's real sad. But I listen to it. It's alright. I don't think it's all that.
He ain't trash.
But before we get into XX Traction or whatever, we gonna get into something a little bit more interesting. Just to let y'all niggas know that this might be my last podcast because I'm gonna go join the Space Force. Just because why not?
I don't know why niggas clowning Trump with this Space Force shit. Well, if Obama would have said niggas would love it.
Nobody will love the fact that
Man, if Obama was here, he said we're gonna start a force in space.
You crazy
we
as
have
hell.
Space Force, we have NASA.
You
But
crazy
y'all ain't
as
want
hell.
that.
You crazy as
Y'all
hell.
want super troopers.
Yeah, we got a Space Force. It's
Obama
called
said I was gonna
NASA.
put my dick on the side of the White House. Niggas be like, well, what the problem is? Y'all scared of dicks?
Hello, Joe Clark.
I ain't got no problem with Trump saying we're gonna start a space force. Why not? Fuck it.
We're gonna get into that. So Space Force, the policies that we talked about last week with the kids at the border. Matt, go ahead and name some of the other policies that's questionable that Trump had.
The combining of the Department of Education and the Department of Labor.
Why, Sway?
Because if you ain't got a job, you need to go to college.
That's
That's the only thing that makes sense. The director of the EPA, who was questionable during confirmation because he had an active lawsuit against the EPA,
right.
and he was not going to be the head of that department. And the fact that he tried to use his position to get his wife a Chick-fil-A, soundproofing his office.
I don't see no problem with that.
Right, that's right. Because you know what?
People-
What you talking about
people-
at work that you need a soundproof office?
People that power use the power for the all kind of different shit. I'm not surprised.
But it's a way to do it. Ask Corrine Brown. It's a way to do it, and it's a way not to do it.
All the motherfuckers do it. Obama.
But it's a way to do it.
It's a process.
Every
though.
shoplifter don't
Right.
get caught.
It still comes
'Cause
with
it's
the
a
same
way-
results in the end.
No.
You're using your power to get something
It's
that you
not,
want.
that's a mockery.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
It's one thing for your spouse to be unfaithful. It's another to be unfaithful in your bed.
That's true.
I don't even know what the hell you said. Yeah,
That-
Chick-fil-A.
no,
What?
400,000 people apply. 100 get one on a yearly basis.
right, for Chick-fil-A.
And this I saw
For franchise.
this I saw you were trying to get in the line. Your wife went online, started the application, said, never mind. Honey, can you call them and see if we can get one? You won't if you can't fill out the paperwork, you're not playing the game right. I don't have no problem with the game.
Well, see, that's the thing, though, and what we're really talking about is the detriment of Trump policies for the community as a whole and the black community. and the importance of these primaries coming up, and so we can change the legislation around. Because in reality, Trump really is doing some crazy shit, man. That don't make no sense. That's not benefiting not just black people, but it's not benefiting no damn
We're gonna
body.
have to break this down on how this is affecting.
We will come down to
because that's all that niggas.
We will-
all of this about the EPA.
We will break it down.
Niggas
because-
don't care about the cracker giving this bitch a Chick-fil-A.
There you go.
I know you really
don't.
get a bitch Chick-fil-A.
You really
Fuck
don't.
Chick-fil-A too.
I understand why you wouldn't, right? Because
Why?
it seemed like it wouldn't make sense that you give a Chick-fil-A. Because if you don't want a Chick-fil-A, it ain't got nothing to do with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, that makes sense. But what if you just want to do a line service and he know line people?
Oh man.
Well, shit, can he hook me up? Shit, I'll go.
But that's the thing.
Yeah,
he not
it's
gonna
not, it's
hook you
not
up.
that I can't hook you up, because clearly I can. But nigga, why?
Well, we need
Yeah.
niggas. Well, that's why we need niggas to vote and put niggas in position.
Oh,
that, but see, this what happened.
this not about voting.
Well,
This kind of corruption is not about who voted for who. It's who do I know now.
Well, I know that's what the system is about, and that and when you talk about the corruption, that's a whole different thing.
That's
yeah,
what
but
that
it is the system though. So whoever you voting there, I just don't see this what happened when the niggas get in though. They have to be stand up and they gotta be held to a different statute than the cracker. So
You assume
I want him to be just as corrupt as the next cracker that was done before him. That's how the shit works.
Barack Obama is LeBron James.
Is he corrupt too?
But listen, here go the thing. He did not win every finals he was in.
But wait, how you saying Obama?
He
was
gave
corrupt?
deals too.
He did what?
He gave deals to the
Okay,
the
giving
people
deals.
that's what happened. That's
But
that's
giving
corrupt.
deals-
Lobbyists is the biggest corrupt shit ever.
Lobby-
That's just a legal
Right.
way of corrupting shit.
Lobby
Everybody did.
It's not what we arguing. Everybody lobbies. We talking about his direct policies.
Yes, Obama had that shit too. Oh, you talking about policy?
Right. We talking about
Well,
policies.
what
not
policies
lobbies.
is corrupt by Trump?
But here's the thing. There's actually laws on the books that do say, for example, you can't use your position directly to gain
Right.
financially.
Yeah.
Not for you, not for your friends or family. And since everybody's under that rule and they figure out how to do it without breaking that law,
Yeah.
why you get to be special Trump and you get to break the law to play the game your way? We got to ignore everything that's on the books because you ain't read the books.
Hey man, Trump doing it boss style.
You want- yeah, that's
See,
not
man, you
that-
can't-
that's-
you're not
that's-
doing
that's-
that.
that's
Yes, you
not-
can.
It's not
Obama
about
did all this shit.
It's
No,
not
he
about
couldn't.
that.
Yes, it could have.
Could Bush,
They had the same
could Bush one do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bush did do it.
He
Matter of
did. He did. First of all, okay. First of all,
Halliburton.
let's get real with this. Number one, Obama couldn't do this. Two reasons why Obama couldn't do it.
You don't know about everything Obama
Wait,
did.
but I'm looking at what Trump did and comparing to what Obama did, and ain't the same shit.
No, this is different. See, this is the whole difference. Everybody want to pay attention now to everything that Trump is doing. When Obama's there, and all the media and everybody on the side, nobody paying attention to the bullshit that he's doing, but they want to
Such
pay
as.
attention
name
to everything.
Name it.
Such as.
Name it.
I don't give a fuck about it that
See,
much.
that's why you can't say you don't give a fuck. You have to have specifics, man. You can't do
No,
that.
I'm telling y'all now.
You said Obama. First of all, like
No,
I
that's
was
right.
about
You
to
can
say-
name everything Trump doing, but you can't
No,
name
that's
nothing
what
that
I'm
Obama
saying.
did.
Like I was about to say, number one, he didn't do this shit because A, they wouldn't allow him to do this shit. That's
Okay.
part of what we're talking about is the fact that Trump, out of control, he do whatever the fuck he want to
It
do
just
without
seems
any
like-
check. It don't just seem like that. Wait, hold up. Because look, for example, or whatever, Obama, when he tried to pass legislation through, it got shot down by the Republican Congress every time, no matter what. Okay,
What happened when
Trump
that
has a
happened?
Republican Congress and a Republican Senate who are damn sure down with him. Number two, Obama ain't never violate the Freedom of Information Act, ripping up classified documents, and motherfuckers just overlook it like it's nothing. That's a direct violation of the law.
What's the shit that Obama do that, first of all, Obama, I forgot the situation, but he said that he did some illegal shit or whatever.
It's like what Matt said.
What's the thing you do when you don't go through Congress?
Executive orders.
That's executive order.
How many executive orders did he have?
He had the most.
The most executive
why
orders.
did he
Is
have
that
the
going
most?
around the law?
That's
I don't care why.
What was the nature of these
Is that
orders?
going around the law?
What was the orders?
What was
Right.
the nature of the
Right.
orders?
It wasn't
And they
executive
couldn't be
orders making
around.
a
They
space
couldn't
for
be
us.
around the
All
law.
I'm
They
saying
couldn't be
is,
around the
he
law.
made a lot of executive. Now, what if Trump made executive? Then we'd be over here arguing about that.
See,
That's
how does
that's what
niggas-
started the separation of the big executive order. It was an executive order.
Right.
You know what
Right.
is now supposed to stop that going forward?
It's
It's
an
an executive order.
right.
So that's two for
And
one
Trump-
problem.
and
Well, there
Trump-
wasn't no executive order to separate the big.
Yes, it was.
That was something Sessions said.
Stop.
I'm gonna do.
Stop.
That's not an executive order from the president. That was
No, you
Sessions
can't,
saying.
you can't put out this misinformation.
No, but that was not a Trump putting in signing. Executive order is still something that is in the document. This was not a documentation.
The law was that you could separate the parents. Okay, nobody enforced that part of the law. Sessions and Trump got together, there
Yeah,
was an executive order passed to change where that law had to be strictly enforced. That's when they started doing it. They didn't do this when Trump first got elected earlier last year or whatever.
We was already a law, though, right?
The law, yes, but
Exactly.
but
So,
listen,
No, because it can't be Trump get to break the law, but then here go a law we need to
No,
follow
he
the law.
didn't. He didn't break the law. He followed the law.
no, he did not.
No. I'm
Didn't
talking
you just
about-
say it was a law, but they wasn't enforcing
They
it? But
didn't
they made an
enforce it.
executive order
But
to
the
enforce
reason
a law.
why they-
That makes no sense.
Well,
Why
listen.
make an executive order to enforce a law?
The reason why they didn't enforce it was because the shit was it was too much convoluted stuff in between, and it was almost illegal to
That's
do
not-
it.
Almost illegal. You
Yeah,
see
let's,
these
let's,
words?
let's walk. Let's
Yeah,
walk.
these
Through, let's
words.
walk through what really has happened.
Almost.
Okay, so illegally entering into the United States is a is a misdemeanor the first time. As a repeater, that's a felony crime. All right, if you cross in illegally. Previously, if you came up from wherever and said, "Look, I'm looking for refuge. It's war where I'm coming from. I'm here because it's not safe for me to go home." Right? That's not considered an illegal crossing. What has happened now is the policy has become: listen, if you don't come through 509 Main Street, South Texas, and ask for protection from safety, anywhere else we're gonna consider that an illegal crossing. Now you're in the criminal justice system. We taking your baby away. See, all these people are going straight into the jail system because they were seeking asylum.
Right. They're not
Okay.
allowing them to
So
do
what
that.
happened was, it used to be okay for black
And I
people to
agree with
vote. Then they started arresting them while they walking down the sidewalks to the voting precinct. Yeah, you can, but we're gonna make it a crime. We're gonna make it a
Make
step
it before
the
before you get there.
before you get a chance to do what you have a right to do.
I agree with not letting every motherfucker across the world.
I do
say,
too.
That's fine.
I have a side.
We all agree with that.
I'm a
Wait, no. I don't.
This shit
Wait.
was different law. Yeah,
I gotta take that back. I don't agree with not letting a motherfucker claim asylum because
yeah, but everybody can do it. You
it's
gotta
a
have a way to
human
do it.
right.
You gotta have a way to do it though.
Everybody can have them, but I agree. There
Yeah.
should be a system in place to do the background
Yeah,
check
do it.
and then the application for entry.
But there it is. They just violate the system. Like you said, they change it around.
The legal immigration system is not equipped for the modern flow of migrants. It's just not. Even under Obama, under Bush, it's just not fit to handle the number of people coming when you consider all the conflicts around the world, especially in South and Central America. So there is stuff in place, it just don't work. So this is only adding to a case where why are we keeping babies in Walmarts?
Yes, that's the point. And that's another thing too.
Clearly,
You know,
clearly
the law
we're not ready to handle this number of
Right.
customers.
And then the law did exist where they said they could separate the families. And the law said in extreme cases. It didn't say every damn time.
If you
Now they start. But see, here's what makes something an extreme case. The extreme case is when the father is a criminal or the mother is a criminal. So like what Matt said, what they were doing with being slick was they was arresting the people before the processing of the ICE stuff happened.
criminal.
So now you're a criminal. So it's an extreme case. So they separate the families or whatever, right? So then when they separate the families, they put these kids in the back of doggone Granger shops inside cages with aluminum foil on top of them and stuff like that. That's cool, but that's not the only policy. How can you say Trump policies don't affect niggas when? But wait, when you have the Space Force, you know how much money the Space Force is gonna garner as a wait, let me finish. How much? Okay, so niggas don't kill. That means niggas stupid.
No, that doesn't mean stupid. I don't care about that. They're gonna spend their money.
I'm trying to tell you why you should kill them.
Go ahead.
You taking we asking for a free college, right? We have humans, Americans.
No, I thought we were talking about niggas.
Student loan.
We niggas, bro. Niggas is
Niggas ain't
Niggas are humans. So you telling me that a
It's
nigga in
niggas that
America
work for
and a white person in America is two different
What
things.
I'm telling you is
When it comes to free
the
college.
niggas ain't.
When it comes to
that's
free
not how
college.
niggas. If we get it, cool. But ain't nobody going.
So what we asking
pounding
for?
at the
So
door.
what you
Yeah, yeah.
No, I'm asking you a question because as a nigga, what is niggas asking for? Give me a demand that
It's
niggas
the
is
same
saying.
rights as white people to be treated
Okay.
equally as white people.
Okay,
Not
so
free.
Okay, so then part of those rights would be the free college if we got free college, correct?
If we have
Okay,
reality.
so we asking for as a people,
Okay.
as people who are subjects of the government, or whatever.
Mhm.
We want free college. We want better health care. We want better education. We want books in our schools. We want to bring back the art programs in school. We want to do all that. And they say we ain't got no money. right? But then you about to spend $8 trillion to make the Space Force.
I know, but you know that's
That
federal.
affects niggas.
No, that's federal. You know we have states.
We're asking for federal money.
They
What
want
you,
books from
Man,
school.
you playing
If
games?
you want books for a public school,
FEMA is federal.
public school, where's public school coming from?
How much percentage of money?
All right.
Wait. How much percentage of money federally
Yeah.
does the state of Florida get to fund their public schools?
I know. You tell me.
90%. States only pay 10% of their funding. 90% of the money comes from the state. And when I don't know, Soleil don't go to
So
the
we
public
throwing out
school.
these facts.
No,
wrong.
I was just about to say, I'll show you after the podcast. Because
I wish we had
Intern
intern
bud.
shit. When
your ball walrus bastard.
he don't wait, but
Watch
whenever,
him.
at the end of the year, when your kid go to public school, they send you a breakdown of the freaking how the money come in or whatever, right? The majority of the money for public schools come from federal education grant.
100%.
It's like no, ain't 100%. You
might as
trying
well.
to make me change my number?
You said 90,
It's 90%. No, yes, it is. It is.
Right.
90 cents of every dollar is federally funded. That's where the federal education system thing come in. That's why we was talking to the other pod about Betsy DeVos cutting the education thing or whatever, right? And even if it wasn't 90%, say it was 40%, that's still a lot.
Instead of tell me how this affects niggas.
How does that not affect niggas? That's your children in school. That's my thing. You think the only thing that affect niggas is like going to jail, getting equal rights in the court systems and shit like that. Nigga, we go to school.
How is Anna doing this? How is Anna doing this school? Is it adequate? She's doing well. Is it adequate?
Is she the exception of the rule?
No, she's the.
She is the exception of
She's
the
the
rule. You
rule.
crazy?
How
Is she the rule?
You crazy as fuck.
How many A schools do we have
Is she the
in Florida?
I don't know how many.
The grades. Oh, you got all these other statistics you just throwing out there.
What kind of shit?
Goddamn.
See, no.
I look.
No,
Okay,
you
we
trying
got
to
A. We got
if you're gonna recklessly refuse,
Right. We
then
got
your life is not
narrative.
fair.
We got A schools, B schools, C schools.
Do we have
D schools.
raggedy
Now these schools that's A schools. How are they A schools when the system is shit? You saying the system shit right now?
What are you talking about?
Because obviously, if you do the space thing or whatever, then he's taking away money or whatever.
No.
From-
What if you? He's not taking no money away. They giving the money out of nowhere.
Okay then.
That's my
So that
point.
means they're giving the money away out of
So
nowhere.
you-
that means he has more money to give to the thing. So what's wrong with the
So
system
you
now?
cool with Trump giving money to make niggas with lasers and spaceships,
Yes.
but not to your children?
No. See,
Because that's what I'm talking about. Am I wrong there?
You
You
phrasing
know,
it like that.
but you know what?
phrasing it like
A
that.
month ago, 2 months ago, we were saying we couldn't afford to make schools safe.
Right.
Who said that?
We did. On this podcast,
I
America.
didn't say that. I said we. I never said that.
America was saying, what can we do? There's no answer to keeping schools safe. But we trust that, you know what, now is the time to figure out how to make space safe. Just
Right.
practical priorities.
That's my thing.
Just practical
Whatever,
priorities.
whatever you want.
magic.
Right, whatever you
magic.
want. Whatever issue that you want to address, where you're saying we need money to go to that issue or whatever. Like getting those ringtones changed so every phone don't have the same damn ringtone. Whatever money that we get addressed or whatever, that money for the Space Force that don't need to exist could go to that
Let me tell you
money.
something, bro. Let me tell you something. Why? $1 trillion something disappeared. All right, before 9/11. You think that fucked up anything? They could prick and they can do whatever the fuck they want to with this pussy ass money, and it ain't affecting nobody. So you putting so much into this system and everything. Like this is what it is.
What
and
system
this
you
is what's
in?
real.
I was just talking to somebody about that.
But what I'm telling you about the system is, it don't matter how much money they spend on that shit. It don't matter. That shit don't matter.
What? Okay.
$1 trillion went missing. Ain't fuck up nothing.
Listen, first of all, $1 trillion in the scheme.
More than $1 trillion.
Okay.
$10
$10 trillion is a lot of money, but $1 trillion or $2 trillion in the scale of America's gross GDP ain't shit, to be honest with you. Period.
Oh, okay.
But what I'm saying is this though. If you think for 1 second that niggas ain't out here, you turning me into Matt. Niggas live a regular life. We go to work, we come home, we go to school, we do our regular shit. What your narrative is, what you're saying is, that shit don't matter. All the regular shit we do on a regular basis because we living under the system that you saying, well, that's their system.
It's already
yeah,
corrupt.
yeah, it's their system, but we living under it. So if you're gonna be in the game, you might as well play it. That's all I'm saying. So
Yeah, but they have the fund as the fund.
okay,
now.
you saying
Doing the
don't
space
even
shit is not going to take
you
away
say-
from
you
that.
saying-
It doesn't matter.
So if
But
you
you
go,
missing my
so
point.
so if you going on vacation, it don't make a difference if you go to Disney World or the fun spot.
What you mean?
So if you go on vacation, the amount of money you have to spend on getting there, the amount of money you spend on staying somewhere, and now the amount of money that you spend to go in something. Fun Spot is $30 a kid. Disney World is $120. It doesn't change your budget
I don't know.
on which one you go
Kids
to.
gonna have more fun at
No, that's not what I'm asking you. If it change your budget, we might get a better room with a pool now.
Right.
Because we went to Fun Spot.
But you ain't though. That's my thing.
Or we might be at the Motel 6. That's way too close.
So he would, but I'm saying in the bigger scheme of America,
But
we
listen,
not gonna get that bigger pool
Because you don't give a fuck.
No, because they spend the money on this doesn't mean you're going to get that.
The reason why it means that is because you don't give a fuck.
No.
If you said,
I'm not in control
why
of
would
shit.
it change? Why would your wallet be crazy and theirs just magic? Your wallet. Guess what? Guess what? Whatever. No, it does fuck with something. Because here's the thing: in order to make money, right? When the government makes money out of thin air, what they have to do is lend money to something or someone. Somebody has to say. Well, it's generally created by lending out money to banks and stuff like that. Like Wells Fargo, that was opening up all them fake accounts in your grandma's name. Yeah.
America don't partake that shit though.
Yeah, what you
That's
listen?
the central bank.
So who's
First
in
of all,
charge?
central bank,
Who's running the country?
First of all, when it's a problem, when the biggest financial crisis or whatever, who was in charge then?
Who's
Was
running
it the president or was it the central bank?
how you get solutions? How you get solutions?
I want to answer this question because the central bank is the one that said, okay, we're going to raise the rate of this, we're going to
Right,
print
that's
more,
what they do.
we're going to do this, and they're the people that's
They set APR
pushing the
rates.
fucking button
Right.
of all the money that controls the value of the dollar.
And
They can do that.
And who
So what the fuck they got to do?
who gives them directions?
No fucking body. They
The
don't
president,
wait.
that's not true.
What
The
part of
president
the-
don't appoint the head of the
No,
central bank.
no. Yeah, he give okay direction, but he doesn't give them orders.
But think
At all.
about any company that you have worked for with more than 50 employees.
Yeah.
You got people in
Yeah.
different departments doing different things. But if you think that what one department is doing don't affect somebody else in the building, that's ridiculous.
I'm not dude. But they
Right.
they're the main.
Even though they don't even work in direct contact with each other. But guess what? If payroll mess up, the janitor man. Now the janitor job ain't got nothing to do
How
with
do you
it,
say?
with
But
human
wait, how
resources.
do you say? Okay,
So
Right.
just because you don't see the direct link, when it's a problem, all kind of relationships pop up.
and how can you say that the central
Yeah.
bank ain't affected by the people that we elect when the president get to pick the treasurer? So if you pick the treasurer, if the president pick the treasurer, then hold up, the treasurer that Hillary, Obama, and Bill Clinton picked is going to be completely different than the treasurer that Trump picked. So you can't say that don't affect his rates and stuff that he picked is going to be based off of Trump's belief how the financial system
Is
should
the
be ran.
treasurer the same thing as the person
Yes, that's the person.
over the central bank?
Yes,
Or
that's the
whatever?
same person.
And who is always it's not no crazy person that's picked to run that shit. It's always
What are
like
you
somebody
talking
that's
about?
in hood. It's always somebody.
No,
in
no,
line.
no.
No, it's not. It's a choice.
It's not Trump. Ain't picked no random person.
It's
He's a Wall Street
That's
person.
exactly what he has done.
No,
It's
he hasn't.
random people.
Yes, he did.
Not for the treasury. He didn't pick no random
Dude,
person.
first of all, you can say people in line because they have a list of people who might be the choice, but it's still your pick.
Betsy DeVos is a crazy pick. That's a crazy pick. The person that he picked to run the central bank is not no fucking Betsy DeVos.
No, it's not.
Listen.
But it's also a person who don't set good rates. They just raise the interest rates.
That was necessary. It's gonna have to happen anyway.
I'm gonna say how you gonna
That's-
say
that's-
what's wrong with the treasury?
Listen,
The
that
economy's rolling good.
depends on.
That's because of Obama.
Depends on where your
See, now niggas wanna throw it.
Wait.
That
When
is-
the okay, wait.
Whoever I give credit to whoever the fucking president.
So you telling me Trump changed the whole economy around in a year?
No, but I'm saying
Okay,
no.
so-
But when I'm
so
saying
wait.
when I say the economy is good, I'm saying okay, that's Trump.
How?
I'm not gonna say that's because of Obama.
That's fake news.
How?
Because
You
Trump
just-
ain't did shit.
Ain't the economy still running good and
The economy is running good based on Barack Obama's
how long
policy
is
We're not gonna give
until
credit.
they phase them
So we
out.
can't give credit where credit is due.
No, I'm
We gonna credit to whoever's around.
Right. Do Bush get credit?
Hold on, it's not the same policy as Obama.
It is. Do you know how legislation works?
Didn't he?
So when Trump come in, okay, so the policy, and I'm just using this for example, if the policy is that businesses can take out small interest loans at this low rate, that's the policy that Obama put in, right? And then you telling me Trump, day one, he come in, he could change that policy
Didn't
without going through Congress?
This is how we did it. Then he changed the whole tax system.
Let's make it more. Let's make it.
That's
Then he
not-
changed. Does that have anything to do with the
Hold on,
economy?
man. Let me get this real quick. Yes, he did change it.
Does that have something to do with the economy?
No, you know why?
Oh, okay.
Wait. Can you shut the fuck up?
All right.
Because you're doing all that. All right. That shit don't make your point any less wrong. Shut the fuck up. He did change the tax policy. That is a fact. The tax policy don't go into effect until 2019. So how can that have something to do with the economy?
Let's play a better game. Let's play the everyday, every man game, right? I'm the kind of guy who likes orange juice in the morning, right? I like orange juice. And to me, the price of orange juice is what it is because I like Simply Fresh. It's good to me. I like the price. And I pay $5 for a quart of orange juice, right? But when Trump decides I'm going to raise tariffs on these European imports, and then China says, okay, if you want to do that, we're going to raise tariffs on X and Y. And now my orange juice is $6, right? Am I supposed to say that's the grocery store fault or that's Trump fault?
Oh, it don't affect you because you're a nigga.
No, it affect me because I like the orange juice.
That's what I'm saying.
Is that what's happening?
Everyday shit don't affect niggas.
Is that what's happening?
That's what's going to happen. See, we talking about future shit.
No,
A year.
No, we're not talking about a year. We're talking about early July when Trump's first round of tariffs go into effect. Then we're talking about the end of July when the EU's tariffs in response and China's going into effect. But the question still remains.
Yes, that's on
Guess
Trump.
what?
That's on Trump.
That's on Trump.
That's on Trump.
Is that a problem? Because
Okay, that's a problem.
why that's a problem?
All right.
That's
I'm
federal.
going on with
No,
what
I'm
you
saying that's my
We're going on
thing.
with
Because
what
you
you're saying.
were saying we could talk about future shit. Hell yeah, you don't care about tomorrow.
Well, that's my thing. I just heard that nothing that Trump done has affected the economy.
I just asked you about orange
Right.
juice.
Nothing Trump
Now
done
listen,
has
I
affected
guess.
the economy.
That's what I'm
listen,
saying.
okay, listen.
That's why the economy rolling.
When oranges go from $5 to $6, that means I'm gonna have to buy less orange juice. That's
You said we're
understandable.
going off of hypotheticals.
We're not.
It ain't gonna be no
July isn't a
hypothetical.
week.
I know. It's not.
We're talking about a week. That's too far in the future. Is it blowing your mind? A week?
I want to go back to before we were talking about Trump going to repeal abortion.
I want to go to next week.
Who said Trump gonna repeal abortion? Ain't nobody say that, but dumbass liberals.
Because Matt said that we was over here, we had this whole
Texas
thing,
is
and
fine.
you agreed. So when you talk about dumbass liberal, you talk about yourself. I remember all of this
First
shit.
of all, I don't remember that conversation.
Yes, I
at
do.
all.
You was like,
We ain't having on
No,
podcast.
they had it over here. I was
okay.
like, fuck. Then before he got lit, I was like, well, what the fuck is Trump gonna do? He's gonna repeal abortion.
Oh, you
He's
talking
gonna
about
do
people
this.
saying
He's gonna
things
do
that he
that.
can't do. We still
That's
got
what
time.
we're doing now. When we're talking about hypotheticals.
No, we're
No,
not.
no, no, no,
The
no,
tariffs
no,
already
the
in
tariff-
place.
the
That's
tariff-
not hypothetical.
It's not
You
hypothetical.
already signed it.
It's in a week.
I know, but is anything going up?
So you
come
think-
back and talk. What's the price
You
of
think-
anything?
So what you want to do is let him fuck it up, then we'll deal with it after he fuck it up.
I'm still waiting for him to fuck something up.
If you doing cleaning.
I was, but
Here's the
I'm still
Here's
in
the,
the line.
here's the real trick, right? Here's the real trick of all of this. He hasn't touched my life. At the point where the orange juice does go from $5 to $6, like we talked about, that policy has already been made at such a high level so long ago that by the time you're the last to know, bro. You're the last to know.
Tell
But
them
guess
how-
what? The process to undo it is just as long. And guess what? You won't know when that's happening either.
Tell him about the farm bill real quick.
Okay, so the farm bill, it's a great budget. It's what we use to subsidize the price of food, livestock, agriculture here in the U.S., and it funds the food stamp program, right? SNAP.
Yep.
Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. I know it's fun to think that it's all Negroes on there.
But it's
But
not.
just like we're a minority of the population,
We're the minority
we're
of
a
food
minority on food stamps, especially when you look at whole numbers, just actual numbers. Well, they want to move that to Health and Human Services, the food stamp program.
Yeah, they fucking all out.
How so?
Or whatever. I already, first of all, you trying to end the whole snap fucking program.
Because they rather not do it. Yeah.
That was one of the goddamn problem,
You know,
but they ain't do that yet. But
right. But if we can
Tried
move, if we can move it to Health and Human Services, we do two things. One, now the farm bill, all the farm bill becomes is how can we help American farmers, which seems like a good idea. Until you look at, well, one, they export most of what they produce relative to what we consume.
Right.
Okay, so we're helping them make money in China, which is cool because we need good farmers, I imagine. But at the same time, we also made it to where, you know what, you'll make more money if you grow corn using these products because you can get them out faster, blah, 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 blah. And now all the 5-year-olds look like 10-year-olds and the 10-year-olds look like 15-year-olds because they got the corn on steroids. Well, we're going to give them more money to get better steroids to pump the kids up more. Like, that seems like it's far-fetched and don't touch your life. But again, by the time it gets to you,
I ain't saying, hold on, man, we gotta stop. Like, everything Trump doesn't affect me.
You just said nothing Trump does affect
That's not what I
you.
said. When I said it doesn't affect, I was talking about those specific
it's a
things
lot of big things
that we
that
are talking about.
that
Like that,
by the time they trickle down,
Now
by
we're
the
talking about
time
a
they
different
trickle
subject.
down, it don't.
But that's what we're talking about. His
These
policies in general.
Yeah, well,
But
that's
so
the
fucked
thing.
up.
But that's
Not
the
all
thing.
of them though, but this one, you gotta go. You can't just say all of them.
Right, you can't just jump and say everything Trump do is fucking up every person, because that's not gonna be true.
I just go policy by policy.
Right.
Everybody's real. He just fucking shit up.
It really
If
do
he
sound
fuck
like
up
it.
Snap, that shit gonna fuck up America. Period. In general, niggas gonna starve.
And
I
you
don't
know,
want to
it-
get drastic now.
now I'm gonna tell you what is drastic. And this sounds crazy, but anytime you have power spread across an organization and you see people starting to consolidate it to a single point, that should make you nervous. It will be like being on your job and your review is done by 3 managers, right? You only got to make 2 of them like it.
Right. And then
Right.
now it's done by one.
Right. Now it's that one guy, he ain't like you from your first day, bitch. Right, and that's all he said every time you clock in. You made it. You're here. You're here for more.
Kill your boss.
But
That's all we gotta do.
I think
And
you
then going
can-
through some
you
shit
can
like
have a
that, then just
revolution.
kill the boss. That's
Yeah,
all about
I think before we wrap up the Trump topic, because I'm pretty sure we're gonna talk about Trump a lot more times before this podcast ends,
Every vote counts.
or whatever. Yeah,
Every
yeah.
vote
Go vote, because midterms are
Bitches.
local elections and your state senate
Vote your
and your
conscience.
governor and all that stuff matter more. But I would say this too, or whatever. We live inside the U.S. government. We don't have New Nation of the Black Sun. We don't live in Wakanda. We live inside the United States of America. So you should give a fuck about how the United States of America run their government. Because if you're gonna be in the game, you might as well play it. Period, point blank. Ain't no reason to be in the game and just standing over there, not catching the ball, not jumping, not doing nothing. You might as well do the best of your advantage so that they can get you paid or get you the way you is. We in the game. Ain't nothing we can do about that. So we might as well play the game. Or whatever. Like I always say, you have a better opportunity to fucking kill the master who don't suspect you of doing it than you do the one who suspect you of beating your ass every week. So with the whole Trump thing,
Oh boy, you better switch your little anatomy. Why people what you did there?
Well,
I like that. You better change it up.
He done came in the house.
I see you put the little sauce on it.
but that's the thing though. You with the Trump thing, midterm elections coming up or whatever. If we vote in these House and Senate races and we sweep out these Republicans or whatever, then they gonna vote against this dumb shit Trump doing. Like he won't be able to end the SNAP program, or he won't be able to do all this other crazy retarded stuff that he doing, the bad policies that he have, because he don't have somebody fight him, just like Obama. That's what the Republicans did. They was like, Obama gonna fuck us. So we gotta
long-term consequences.
right, because we talking about it might not affect us, but we talking about shit that's gonna affect our kids, and we talking about shit that's gonna affect in the next 5 to 10 years.
If it's
We'll be alright. We'll make it. God damn it, we made it through worse. Y'all need to be alright.
And
Tell
then
us to go
wrong
for
fail.
something.
But I don't want to be alright. I want to be good.
Hey, well, you being good don't depend on you, because it depends on you. I'm tired of these playing victim, goddamn. Like, man, I'm on your side now. You cannot be a victor if you always playing the victim.
That should have been your final thought.
And you can't win shit with all the benefits. Fuck the system. The system fucked up. Yeah, it's fucked up. You got to think. Hey,
You know what I feel about
Y'all
that?
got
Though?
to
You know how I feel about that shit? Here go why I feel about that, or whatever. Yeah, I agree. You can't always play the victim. You gotta assert yourself. You have to do something to fix
See
it. Right?
that shit, Anthony.
Okay, but here go the thing. What niggas want to do?
God damn it.
What niggas want to do?
Fuck bitches, get money.
That's
No,
it.
no.
Because that's the
No,
thing. They
don't
don't
see,
want.
don't be telling people that because they gonna start to believe it.
But no, he right. That is what niggas want to
That's
do.
not what niggas
But
want.
that's not what niggas should do.
Even niggas want to go home and sleep in peace.
But that's my thing. That's my point. But wait, that's my point. Your options are you live in you. It's just like Brad Dad saying, you get the government you deserve. It's true. You live in an oppressive government. You have 2 options. A, work the system and work within that government to get what you want. B, revolt. Y'all niggas want to go fight? And since niggas don't want to go fight, the only other option is A. So you gotta run it. You can't, option C, do nothing is stupid.
This be my thing with this shit that be pissing me off. Because, no, I can't name every bullshit that Obama did, but I can't name every bullshit that Trump do either. Because, I mean, They all doing bullshit. But the people that do pay attention and do care about the shit that y'all talking about, like all this money and then everything turns tribal and it gets to us versus them, and it gets to liberal. Oh, there we go. It gets to liberal versus conservative, Republican versus Democrat. And when you get tribal like that, you miss all the bullshit that's on your side, and you pay no attention, and then it's just you having an antagonist.
And we're gonna move on to the next topic. But I want to say this: we live in a two-party system. It's Democrats, it's Republicans. No. You can get another word in. I don't want another word. I just want to say this: we live in a two-party system. It's Democrats, it's Republicans. Okay. First of all, we need more parties. Number one, because we don't all fold into those ideals for either one of those parties.
True.
Number two, or whatever though, it ain't gonna be more than two parties. It's always gonna be two parties because the two parties are too strong to establish another.
That's not true.
Never say
Oh,
never.
how we
Young
get another party?
Never say never.
Listen, that Bernie fever and that Tea Party action is.
You know why it got crushed? It got crushed because of Hillary.
But
And that, you know what? And it didn't get crushed that time. You know what? Jesse Jackson got crushed,
Yeah.
but we spent some more time studying the system, how to play the game. We found T'Challa from Wakanda, moved him to Chicago, and then ended up with Barack Obama.
I want to see T'Challa birth certificate.
Right.
He ain't no real U.S. citizen. He don't know some training. That being said, though,
So
you right.
Bernie gonna be reincarnated.
But see, how many
Corey Booker.
where all my Democratic socialists at? Because I don't know none. And then boo, Matt said boo, get your conservative ass out of here, man. Also, when you look at the Tea Party, yeah, on the grassroots level, on the local level, they did their thing, but they also got assimilated into the Republican Party. Don't get it twisted. Donald Trump is a Tea Party president. Period, point blank. Yeah, because all that extreme shit is what the Tea Party was about, man.
I don't know if that's.
What?
I don't know if that's.
I love that Trump just say whatever the fuck he want to say.
I don't.
Let me
I
tell
love
you,
it.
you wouldn't love it.
Obama
You
was
would
like a man.
You
I know
wouldn't
this
love
nigga
it if
is.
he was your boss.
You wouldn't
You wouldn't love it if he was your boss. You ain't got on the shirt again.
No.
You ain't got on the shirt again, Tank.
I was like, none of them corny motherfuckers in Washington.
You
I don't like it.
You would, because everybody has some managers that ain't the worst and some that is the pits of hell.
Ain't no person like that going.
First of all,
Be your
to
president.
say that the president should just be able to be like a nigga on the street is dumb.
No.
They got the same job.
It ain't the same job.
No, I like them to be less PC and about.
That's still not. I still don't like that.
I
You
do.
want people
I
to
like
be
The
less
part
PC with you?
right.
I want who?
You want people to be less PC with you? This is gonna be a
Yes.
problem every time you
One
talk
of
to gas joint.
one of the biggest things about being president is diplomacy, right? So you can't be fucking fuck China. You can't. That's not diplomacy, bro.
Hey, man, I got no problem with it.
That's not part of the job.
That's okay with our
That's
not
not
with a prime minister.
Who you riding with?
Let me
You riding with
tell you.
them?
Let me tell you.
They
Nobody
want to be in the
Nobody keeps going to the club with the dude that always
Get in a fight, right? Why you want to keep getting in the
Nobody
fight?
keep going with
It depends on where
No, it
I'm
don't.
going.
That's a lie.
It
That's a lie.
depends on what club I'm
No,
going
it
to.
don't.
If I go to a little ratchet club, I want a nigga that can throw the hands.
Nah, we going something fancy. P Diddy doing something at the landing.
Who?
That's it.
P did it. Puffy. They making the band part 7.
Buffy right
Nah,
with the
let's
party.
break. Nah,
I
you-
need to
yeah.
see
So
the
that's why.
hands.
That's all you bringing fight, dude. Don't let them pin you down in that
Fight.
fight.
Ain't nobody trying to go somewhere with fight dude every
don't,
time.
you not, 'cause
Because now
you
you got to
don't-
fight every time. You right? Who you ride with?
All right,
I'm right with.
Because you know what? No matter what, fight dude gonna find a reason to mess up a good time.
Hell yeah.
I don't want to say fuck Trump because niggas might think I'm just fuck Trump, but look, he is getting
Well, it's
something
not-
done
it's not-
in
it's not
Korea.
even bad.
I mean, y'all
He
hate
ain't
on
do
that.
shit in Korea.
Oh, y'all ain't gonna hate on that.
Let me tell you what I'm gonna hate on.
Oh.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna hate on. We're gonna stop our military exercises. We're gonna stop making sure that if you do something silly, we're gonna be ready.
Right.
And you gonna
What they doing? What North Korea
They
gave us?
say they denuclearized.
No.
no.
Trump said
they
that.
couldn't even agree on
Trump
what
said
happened.
That's what he said. They said we're gonna do this, but this is the thing though. Their system was already fucked up. They didn't, so they was not gonna be able to do too much shit anyway. So that's how they.
But I don't want to put no fake news
Don't
on
make
this
that up.
podcast.
Don't be making that up.
I don't want to put no fake news on this podcast. Kim Jong Un ain't never said he was denuclearizing shit. He hasn't said a single word since the
He
day.
really did.
He hasn't said anything. He has said 0 words since he met with Trump and the president of Korea. He hasn't said anything. Trump said everything he wanted to say. Oh, we gonna get rid of all our military actions in that area, and they gonna denuclearize. He ain't say that. That shit ain't no written policy that he signed in no treaty. They was talking over the state.
They ain't in the process of
doing shit. Trump gonna get credit.
What the hell you doing out there on the goddamn ride with them damn boots?
Cause he crazy, man. He doing whatever he
What
wants.
you doing, Trump?
You ain't no boot, my dog.
He out there trying to figure out. He's trying to figure out how do you rule with an iron fist.
Now, I think you over there trying to fuck some of them little Korean babies.
No, he over there saluting generals and telling and talking about John McCain ain't no hero. That's what he do. He's saluting the generals that beat women and kill their babies, but he telling John McCain, I don't like people who get captured.
This the only thing that I wonder. If people really think who you hang out with don't matter.
Yes, sir.
Like
there you
that's
go.
All I'm
you
saying
are who
is,
your friends are.
All I'm saying is,
Ain't no PC
if you
around.
not, but listen, if you rather hang out with Putin, who stole Robert Kraft's Super Bowl ring.
Oh, man.
Okay, wait a minute.
You don't like
that's a bully.
Hell no, I don't like
Putin.
Putin.
Kind of like Putin.
I like Powell. I don't like bullies. I love Powell.
The bully,
I can't stand
the bullies, right? The bullies the one that win in the end.
Man, we really gotta get this credit. What? I just want to know this though. What you like about Putin?
Putin,
The top of his phones.
Yeah, you like the fact that
he the man.
he the
Rule
man.
with an iron fist.
So y'all like dictators?
Yeah.
Y'all like Stalin?
No,
y'all like Hitler.
No.
What you talking about?
See, there you go. Niggas say like Putin, now you say I like Hitler. No, look, we an American system, so if we had Putin, he there for 4 years, and you out of there.
But this ain't an American system that he running in.
I said I like Putin.
Maybe he had 4 years, or maybe he president for
What
life.
do you like? Nigga, what
I
you
just
say?
said. I just said.
When you say you like one of the harshest dictators in the world, goddamn, put your phone on goddamn silent. That ain't no goddamn sense. We trying to do a goddamn this.
Hey,
Real Nation, I'm ashamed.
Okay.
This nigga ain't got on no shirt. He drinking Jack Daniels.
We don't have
He put his
real.
phone on silent.
That's
Real.
wrong.
The
Real
internal
gone.
traffic is
Damn,
hot
man.
outside.
It's hot, but that don't make no sense. I ain't, you know what? I don't even give a shit what you like about Putin. We gonna move
I
on
already
to the
said
next
it
topic.
anyway.
Put your damn phone on silent.
Man, look.
Cause whoever the fuck that is must don't know you do it. They should be watching the podcast, but instead
They try
they
to
calling
figure out if it's
you.
on Facebook and YouTube.
Bitch, they should know by now. It's in about 6 episodes.
They know Putin.
Well, tell Pooh to cut that shit out. Pooh, cut that shit out. Why you ain't watching the podcast? Damn, cuz. Shit.
Why you ain't got on no shirt?
Why you got?
But
Cuz, put your shirt on.
What T said? That's a
Hey, we gotta bring Pooh on here so y'all know what we talking. Pooh, come on in bit. Cuz, I'm watching the podcast. Your shirt off. I just want to let
We
you
can
know.
see you.
We can see your orangutan titties.
What you talking about, man?
Oh man, for everybody that's listening and not watching, Tank ain't got no shirt on, and it's very unflattering. It's super unflattering. Matt told him to put his shirt on. D told him to put his shirt on. Stephanie said, "You gonna do your podcast without a shirt?" And yes, he did. You know why? Tank is the prime example of niggas who don't give a fuck. Don't be Tank.
You're not the prime example.
Give a shit. Well, he's one of the examples.
Tank got his own shit going, so if I'm an example, all y'all niggas need to be like me.
Man, speaking of niggas who don't give a fuck, segue or whatever, we gonna talk about now the importance of social media and social media thugging, because this yeah, go ahead, D. This week the rap community and SoundCloud rappers alike lost the Mankind lost XX
Casson.
Yeah, we can't. I can't say his name, and I ain't even saying that trying to be disrespectful. I just don't know how to pronounce his name. But because I done heard it pronounced 18 different ways. But he got killed in what looks like a robbery. I believe they made an arrest or whatever. But what we was talking about.
They also say he got caught lacking.
Yeah, he got caught lacking.
Lacking.
I'm glad you brought that up, because one of the things y'all did was the lacking. Just bring it on, Yadi. One of the things y'all did was the lacking. The water. Put some water in there. He's saying. Bruh Nation, I'm trying to direct intern Bud, don't take off no more. Cause this is off.
We gotta get somebody else.
This is a shit show.
We need them showing us.
Bria, intern Bud, y'all ain't allowed to be off no more. This is a shit show.
No days off.
We got
I'm waiting for you to
we
go
got
ahead
D
on.
over here in his orthopedic shoes fucking up orders. We all kinds of shit going on. Tank drunk ain't got no shirt on. I don't know what the fuck going on, man. This shit is awful. Pooh keep calling him, telling him his shirt ain't on. This shit crazy. D got a 40-ounce Miller Lite. I ain't never even seen one of those.
Where are we?
Where are we? What is going on? But yeah, XX Tractor, he fucking got killed. We was talking as three niggas hanging out about social media stuff and how it's affecting things or whatever. Because this dude is definitely an example of social media stuff. So niggas like Takai 69 probably next on the list, right?
What that nigga name is?
Takai? What it is? What it is? What
I like that. Roll with it.
Ain't Takai?
Hey man, that nigga's a gangster, but
Let me
I
tell
might
y'all-
not say his name right now.
First of all, I ain't-
Like you caught online
Let me tell
right
y'all
now.
something. I ain't no blood or no crip, and I ain't scared of no gangster. You know why? Cause y'all niggas don't be where I be at. I guarantee you, I ain't going in Hawkers and seeing a crip. Okay?
Say fuck the blood.
Nah, I ain't saying that.
We're not here for that.
We ain't here for all
We're not
that.
here for that.
Crips.
I
We
ain't
ain't here for that
We
either.
didn't do ball. Ain't no bloods and crips here.
That's
you
true,
know
but
what?
y'all niggas
Somebody
crazy.
wanna be one.
This shit in Ireland.
I ain't fucking with y'all niggas. I'm all that shit.
That's my point. That's our point. I ain't fucking with y'all young niggas, man. Y'all young niggas need to get it back together, man. This social media thug and shit. Y'all niggas don't know what real thugs is. Man, what you think about these social media thugs, bro?
It really breaks my heart because you know what, young people don't understand that your digital life and your real people-to-people life are one and the same, and they affect each other. At any time, if you're found to be something different in one or the other, which is the same thing as not having character, you're gonna have problems. If
Right.
you only find online, your real life is not gonna be fun. It's gonna be filled with disappointed faces and mean words.
And y'all niggas gotta stop, man. Y'all niggas gotta stop. What's your boy name? Takai 69, whatever. Oh, okay, whatever his name is. Okay, first of all, and you know what's really funny to me is the internet is really it's a weird thing, man. Internet is greatness. That's why we can do this podcast. That's why technology is where it's at. That's why the world has come closer together because of the internet. It also is fucking y'all niggas all the way up or whatever. Y'all niggas, like Matt said, y'all niggas thugs on the internet and suburban skateboarders in real life. That shit don't go together, man. What y'all think the outcome gonna be? What do you think the end gonna be? These niggas, man, because at the end of the day, or whatever, you just, I don't get it. It's not conducive to nothing. I'm from the hood for real. I'm from Grand Park. Ain't nothing cool about being from Grand Park, bro.
I don't know. I don't know. I think the whole thing is pretty cool.
That's why they doing it then.
Love the thugs.
But you know what? They don't because let me tell you who really love the thugs. No, chicks that ain't really worth keeping for too long. Shit.
But they ain't
Cause
trying to
guess
get
what?
up fun
Cause
anyway.
guess what? Guess what? You know
bitch with no daddy.
That was a moment of silence. That wasn't a lost word. That was a moment of
No
silence.
daddy. They lost that chip.
You know, and that's a strike against the black man.
But you
and
know,
the man in general.
I'm about to say,
These girls,
if a woman don't have a father, a dad, they can still have a father figure.
it's not the same thing.
You don't think so?
I-
You don't think you can have a man in your life that could be that influence?
There are certain relationships that I have really close homeboys that are not my brothers. They feel like my brothers, but the brothers I know that have brothers, it's just a different level. I have sisters. That's why I understand the chick that's a homegirl. Not that I have a lot of them, but the ones I do, I get that we can be friends a certain way because I have a real sister. It's a difference when you don't have something, but you got something close to it. You know. Chrysler 300 ain't a Bentley.
It's not. It looks like one though.
And nice.
A Tesla is a Tesla though.
It's just not. It feels nice.
I'm talking
And
about
there's nothing wrong with it.
These social
Digital
media.
thugs.
How they first of all, the niggas slumping in the car. Everybody got their phone out and shit.
Yeah.
That's the
That's dead.
That's the hardest
That
part.
crazy these niggas is?
Yeah.
Nigga dead. Hold on, bro.
Yeah.
You know what?
Take
The
it.
world
Hey,
needs
took
to
his
know
head
that.
up a little bit.
Yeah. What's wrong with y'all?
I never thought to pull my phone out because I see it dead.
That's
I
how
don't
you-
care
Because you
who
can
it is.
separate your real life from
But
your
yeah, I was
digital
about to say you a real person though. Like that's a human problem because of the internet and cell phones. Because bro, I seen a video earlier this week of a kid drowning at a water park, and the dude was recording it. He had to be 5 feet away from the kid, and he could swim. So instead of jumping in the water, he recording the kid drown, and he on the phone like, look at this kid
Yeah,
drowning.
what kind of water was
Somebody
it?
needed
Doesn't
to
matter.
Was it Gator?
Doesn't matter. Listen.
It's a water
listen,
park.
Listen.
Oh, it was a water
listen.
park.
Even if he's not filming it, he can be helping with something else.
Yeah.
Even if he going to
Go
find
get
somebody who want to.
And don't tell me because it was Gators. Cause I seen the video earlier this week too.
Go
where
get
a gator-
whoever. Go get somebody.
somebody.
But don't watch.
Who supposed
This ain't watching.
He filming the baby drowning, talking about who supposed to be watching this baby.
What's the
You, nigga,
what's the life
you grown.
Since you here?
Yeah, you grown. You supposed to be
I ain't
watching the
saying
baby.
dive in, but go ring the bell.
I'm saying dive in. Go get that
Go
damn
see-
baby.
go see-
Wait a minute now.
No,
You
don't
gave
do
him
that.
to the
You-
wall.
I'm not saying dive in, but I'm saying put your phone down and go see find somebody in the uniform.
But niggas can't even eat a meal.
You
without
can't
their
even go
phone
find
being
somebody with a badge. No, because you got to make sure the whole world see this tragic end to a life that's not worth as much
Yeah.
as my social media profile.
Call the police. The nigga done got shot. How many times he got shot?
Holler for
I
somebody.
don't know
The
enough.
nigga
About
got
4 or 5
shot.
times.
Right.
2 million
Call the
for the
police. Ain't nobody calling the police. Everybody on Facebook Live. That's crazy, man.
First of all, I don't know what the fuck he was doing out there.
He was buying a motorcycle.
No
Does it matter?
security. Well, it doesn't matter.
Do he need security? I didn't know who he
We can't
is.
pronounce his
You know,
name,
but all
and
he-
now he needs security.
He is way more famous than what y'all.
I'm not
niggas-
saying no. I'm not saying. I
No,
didn't say
I'm not. He
that.
said you know he is.
And I'm not
I'm
saying
not
he's not
questioning
Kanye.
his
Because
fame.
if Kanye
Yeah.
know who he is enough to give him a shout out and say I support the effort, I'm gonna give that to you know what?
Right.
He's more than me.
My point is, you
Yeah.
can't be out here
Rapping.
being that. You can't be out here being that kind of nigga famous, and just always thinking it's just cool to ride wherever. Goddamn, especially
Yeah,
like
kid,
five.
though.
Yeah, he's like 20 years old.
Shit, it's
Yeah,
Kodak know better.
Kodak
That's
got
why.
security?
That's why they running trains
Right.
live because he know better.
No, he know it's better than that.
He talking about having security.
Just this aspect.
He talking about don't get caught slipping.
I'm not gonna be in LA by myself,
Miami.
and this ain't even way from. It's like,
He-
I'm gonna be
Miami.
facing sexual
It's
assault
Miami.
charges
It's Miami.
and running train live on Facebook. I'm not gonna say that you make good choices all the time, yo.
But no, that's not, you're right, that wasn't
I'm
a good
just,
choice.
that wouldn't be
I'm
true.
just saying
That
so
wasn't
that's
a
not
good
so that's
choice.
not sure that your boy didn't make good choices in other places.
But you know the difference though, Kodak from the hood for real. So Kodak know I can't be out here talking shit about people and then not having no security. Because I can't. See, that's what the problem is. Niggas that talk shit nowadays can't fight for real. Y'all niggas ain't never
if you
been in a
can't,
fight.
if you can't say it to somebody's face, you might as well keep it to
Yeah,
yourself.
don't say it.
See, the
Don't say it.
unfun thing about the internet is people think I can say it on here and they'll never figure out it was me. Not only will they figure out, because it's the internet, they'll figure out where you live, where you work, and be waiting.
Right. And all you killing niggas on the internet that's out there like, oh, this nigga said that, I'm gonna go kill him. But that nigga said this, I'm gonna go kill him. Y'all soft ass pussies. Because George Zimmerman walking free right now. Go kill George Zimmerman. If y'all gonna be killers and kill some damn body, kill somebody who worth damn killing.
I ain't even gonna say that. If you're a real killer, don't let the internet touch you in a way to make you something different
Come
than
on.
you are.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, sometimes people are emotional.
I
Man,
I
come
get
on.
that.
I'm gonna
I
get
get that.
emotional
But if you
killers
got,
out
but
there.
if you got ice blood in your veins,
Right.
you know what? Just stay cool.
But you know what though, we looking at it wrong
Because we
again.
too old.
Cause back in the day, a killer was a different type of nigga, boy. Now, anybody a killer, cause y'all niggas these niggas
That's
shoot
not
pistols
true.
at everything.
Killing someone does not make you a killer.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
You might have murdered.
Okay, yeah.
You not a
but
killer.
That's what I'm
That
saying.
nigga that killed it's Satoshi.
You can't say it either.
That nigga
bitch.
that killed him, that nigga's a killer. This nigga was.
Yeah, he was robbing.
Robbery.
Yeah, that's armed robbery. He
He had
killed.
all kind of charges on this shit.
You think he knew who that nigga was?
I don't think it was
Yeah,
an
that nigga was a
accident.
young nigga.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
like a wise person said.
Yeah.
A wise person said, in random crimes, usually the victim know why.
Yeah.
Look, everybody,
We might
that's
not know
very
why.
everybody at Duval love Lil Boosie and Whitney. Goddammit. They love him. But Lil Boosie better not be caught on the bike streets
But
of
this
Washington.
Duval,
man.
that's different.
It's
For everybody that don't know, for my niggas in Ireland that's listening, my niggas in California and Kansas, my listeners, shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all listening to Brotherless Podcast. For all of them that don't know, Jacksonville, Florida is a very dangerous place. And you talking about
Specifically,
yeah,
not generally.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a specifically dangerous
yeah,
places.
because you talking about
Generally,
the same city that was like, they beat up DMX, they snatched juvenile chains.
We don't appreciate disrespect.
Yeah, we
call
just,
you.
yeah, like, that's different. You can't come here with that shit. We gonna kill you, boy.
Shit.
We're proud people. We're proud people.
I'm not saying
We're
overlocking
people.
them niggas soft by any means, but they just do it different than we
We're
do.
just the more senseless, proud people.
Yeah, yeah. Because niggas in Washington Heights and Cleveland Arms might beef, but when it comes down to Duval as a whole, they fighting for Duval. Opa-locka and Pokemon Projects, they ain't never linking up because they both from Broward County. That shit ain't happening or whatever.
We are pretty good about keeping it in house.
Yeah,
Our
that
beef don't
shit-
travel.
That shit ain't happening,
Just
but
poor people in general. You can't go. I mean, you can't be out in the Lambo
and the goon will see you and
Anywhere in the world.
But the hood love me.
No.
The hood love
Let
me
me tell you,
though.
we love you, but we're hungry.
That's it.
And
The
hunger.
hood love me. I can go to the hood anytime I want. And that's what them niggas be
The
saying.
hood.
If you ain't there, if you ain't there feeding them,
How you
You might
how
wanna
these
leave.
niggas like it's like the nigga, what's the nigga Takai, whatever, 64 or whatever. He was
I
on
like that Mexican.
he should he was on Breakfast Club and your boy was like, how you gonna claim one set blood and then
He
say you're a
don't
crip or whatever? That's the problem.
He don't
Y'all
know
niggas
what he-
can't do that, man. Y'all don't know, man, like this in the hood, it's like Matt say, niggas hungry for real in the hood. So you can't like fake with these niggas. Niggas in the hood not faking. They got it's problems for real. The reason why they do shit that they do is because they going through real shit. And then here you come from the suburbs wanting to be like the hood nigga so you can get famous and make money, and then you making fun of what they doing. You know they gonna fuck you up.
it's not even that. Like, really, you just can't say that you're a cowboy and win a rodeo.
Huh, man?
Just saying you're a cowboy.
You can't say you're a quarterback and win the Super Bowl.
You know, that's not the way it works. And you know what? It's some real killers in ties and suits going to work every day. And you know what? Luckily for us, they only deal with numbers.
That's it.
And there's some real killers who decided that at the third grade they didn't want to teach you no more. Right? The one that you bump into, that's just the course of your own individual life. But at the end of it all, whoever you are, if you're not that person everywhere, it's gonna create a problem.
Very true. Now that's some real shit. I'm the same way at all times. I don't never change, no matter what, because I don't want nobody getting the wrong conception about me and be like, oh, I thought it was like this, and then I got a back pedal or whatever.
Wrong perception.
Oh, you right. I said Inception, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good movie though.
I ain't catch you.
You ain't catch it.
I ain't really a movie guy.
What? But Inception was the best. Leonardo DiCaprio, boy, he's second best actor of all time. Even D said it's good.
Back in my Robin days, goddammit, I used to have dreams about catching one of these rappers like goddamn.
Oh, man.
It's the type of yo.
Y'all listen to Tate when he's saying this shit. Now this some real nigga shit, boy.
Yeah, please let me catch one of
But
these.
what's the difference?
Ludacris. You want to catch Ludacris out
But
shit.
what's the difference though? When Ludacris
I was gonna rob the shit out of Ludacris.
when Ludacris came to Jacksonville,
That's why I stayed.
knowing that niggas like Tank was running around Jacksonville, did Ludacris ever make an appearance
Hell.
anywhere near you?
He ain't going to buy no fucking motorcycle by himself. What the fuck
Not
you doing?
downhill.
I'm gonna go to the goddamn Harley Davidson, buy a motor. I'm in a Lambo.
Internet
Get
got
the fuck
y'all
outta
niggas.
here.
Internet got y'all niggas fucked up, man.
Four niggas just got shot at the goddamn St. John Town Center.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
which
That's
I
some
was
uppity
saying.
part of Duval.
Yeah, that's the bougie. That's the
But
bougie
again,
part.
disrespect is not tolerated
Anywhere. Anywhere. But see, that's the difference. Back in the day, niggas like Luda, Jadakiss, Jeezy, even niggas from the hood like Gucci Man before he blew up and shit. Pastor Troy. Them niggas ain't coming nowhere near us.
But that's the thing. If you not from something, you won't know it when you get there.
Yeah.
Right? If you not, like, if your hoodest thing is hanging out with somebody in the studio that's hood,
Then you don't know what the real hood is.
And you only used to be in apartments, and when I'm in my apartment, people always outside.
You gotta touch bases with the OGs and that place.
But if you're not living that life, you're not gonna spot them. You know who you gonna fall for? Whoever say that's them.
Listen to what you saying.
That's why everybody the
Listen to what you saying, cuz. You saying that these niggas gotta talk to the OGs.
when you
You
talking
know,
like that,
you-
How you get that? How you get that?
Yeah, you
opportunity?
think it's to the
it ain't hard.
fucking
It ain't-
OG?
It ain't as hard as y'all think. Not when you.
I ain't saying it's hard to do.
Yeah.
I'm saying they don't want to do it. These niggas don't respect no old
Yeah, I know.
niggas.
That's what
Who's
Takashi now
What's
said.
this connect?
Well, who that?
I can't go land
Who is
in
this
DC
connection to the
tonight.
OG?
I can't land in DC tonight and say, you know what, I need somebody to put me up on what's happening.
Well,
Right.
between
You gotta
here
know
and
somebody for real. They don't know nobody.
Nah, but the
But
Them
if I,
niggas know
but if I,
niggas.
but if I knew anybody, I could figure out how to work the chain up to the point that's necessary for me.
yeah, it's all of
If
them
I-
rapper niggas get touch bases with the OGs. And then they be like, I'm
Right,
coming through
but the young
all
niggas
the
don't.
crowd.
Right, that's what the old niggas do.
No, but I'm saying you got to have somebody like Kodak. Kodak got old heads in his
That's
head.
if
He's
you're worried
gonna-
about that.
Kodak from Washington Heights, basically.
If you're not
Yeah,
worried about
damn
that, you're not going
Well,
to.
she
You
can't
think
say for
Drake,
y'all.
you think Drake worried about what's happening in 50-20?
Hell no.
through Jacksonville.
Well, Drake.
Do he have to
he
put
gonna
the
be at
word out?
Omni,
But
but
you
you
know,
know,
he
he
gonna
even that bitch.
Right.
But you know what's
Does he
that?
put the word
I was
out?
saying, yeah, because Drake ain't got to worry about that because Drake is like, I'm going to the arena,
Right.
I'm going to the hotel, and then I'm gone.
And then
These
and guess
internet
what?
niggas-
But these young dudes think that's what they gonna do. But
No.
they gonna tell us
See,
the
but that's the
opposite.
thing. These
It's a Super
SoundCloud,
8
that's what I'm
on
saying.
Road.
These SoundCloud rappers or whatever, because y'all done did it, bro, nation. Y'all
Man,
made
get
these
off of Fat
SoundCloud
Nick.
rappers. Yeah, fat niggas.
Get
And
off of
Pooh
Fat
y'all.
Nick.
What's the shout out to Fat Nick and Pooh y'all? Come on the show, my nigga. I see y'all. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
got to though.
Fuck that nigga.
What?
I ain't trying to disagree.
Why you
I
saying
don't
that?
really feel
Well,
bad.
don't just say fuck niggas for no
Wait till they get to
reason.
Jacksonville. If he
That's
ain't
real.
here, don't say it.
That was real.
You gotta
That was
stop
real
doing that.
trollish.
Yeah,
That
I
was
just
real
said I
troll.
troll.
That real
You
troll.
gotta stop
You
that
too old for
because
that.
you do that shit all the time. You
All
know,
the time,
you
right,
know,
though.
you
I'll
know,
never say fuck no random
Finish that
person.
corner so we
You
can
know, every
go.
podcast.
Hell no.
Every time.
I just said fuck fat niggas.
But no, back to what I was saying though.
Nah, fat nigga lame though. I
These
never-
SoundCloud rappers, man, that's what they are. They SoundCloud rappers or whatever. Y'all ain't famous because millions of people start getting with y'all on TV and da like Drake and them boys. Y'all famous because of SoundCloud. So when you do a show, your show at the real team.
But you know what? I'm gonna say even beyond that because that the fact that you are a star, triple extension, young man.
Right.
The fact that you lost your life mostly due to the fact that your social media had you doing things that were less than consistent with your lifestyle.
Right.
The fact that that happened lets me know that it's way too many kids whose names we'll never know caught up in situations based on I'm gonna post this because it's gonna make people share it at my school.
Right.
It might be you might just want to be a star in your school, and it's got you going out of bounds with the next man, and it's gonna cost you your life. Where you know what? At the end of the day, the life you live is something to be proud of.
And I want to say this too, though.
It really is.
Or whatever.
You jumping out your lane only hurts you.
Right. And I'm gonna say this
That's
too,
on
though.
anybody.
About the XX Tractor dude or whatever, right? Internet, we gotta do better. People, we gotta do better because listen here, man. The dude knocked his baby mama eyeball out, bruh. She was just on freaking. I seen the story on Yahoo yesterday at work when I wasn't working. I was BSing at the bottoms up or whatever. And the chick is on GoFundMe asking for money to fund her surgery so that her eye socket can be fixed because she's gonna lose her vision. We gotta pick our heroes, y'all. We really do, man. I seen niggas on Facebook crying about this nigga though. But the nigga not this.
No, I'm not gonna let you do that.
But
I'm
what?
Not, I'm not
Oh,
gonna
so
let
we
you.
supposed
I'm
to
not
pick
gonna
on
let
niggas
you.
that not
No,
their
no,
baby mama,
no.
he
What I'm
eyeball
gonna
out.
say is we're not gonna act like this. Anybody who's dying, that's the same.
No.
We're not gonna act like it's not people who, guess what? Only because of the way technology is and the fact that people will film a young boy drowning, that our heroes who died before didn't have their faults that we'll be critical
But that's
of.
what I'm
A
saying.
life, if you're a human, it's a life is a life.
That's what I'm saying. A life is life. I'm not devaluing his life. I'm talking about the fact that he was a hero. Everybody was like, he's a
You
revolutionary.
don't know who he's here for.
Man, come on. We,
How many
You don't
bitches
know who
Malcolm X beat?
Where his t-shirt at?
I don't know.
I bet
I-
Malcolm X
right.
ain't never hit a woman.
I'm not gonna
Wait,
bet.
now, I'm not gonna say what Nan,
I
whatever.
don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know who this nigga slap.
Okay,
I don't know what he
okay,
came
here's
home
my
to.
rebuttal to that. I don't know. So therefore, I'll just keep it moving. But if I know you hit a woman, should I still support you?
What else
That's
have
my
you done?
huh?
Because you know what I'm not a fan of is getting real. If I'm looking at you as an athlete, I'm not real big on looking at you as a father figure. If you're an athlete to me, I want to see how athletic you can be.
Right. So if you're a
Extension,
rapper,
you know what? Guess what, Extension? If you had a following and you had kids, I can't say that if your life continues another 10 years, you don't turn that around to a point where now you have kids going to college because you've gained that influence. You're a young man doing young man things. I'm not going to jump in your back and say you got into a fight with a young lady that no one may not have ever
he
explained to
knocked
you.
her eyeball out.
Oh my God, Ray Rice and his wife are still happily
Ray
married
Rice
and
ain't-
whipped before the commissioner
First
to
of
say
all-
that it was an accident that she contributed to. So
That
please.
is true. What if Ray Rice died right after he hit his
Please.
wife? Then it would have been
Right.
like, fuck, but
It would have been he got game.
I would have said,
I
I
nigga dead.
fuck Ray Rice.
Let's not.
Yeah.
By the way, because he
I'm not
was.
ready to say
No,
fuck
Ray
Did you
Rice.
see how he hit his
Yes.
wife?
I don't care.
Yes.
See, that's
I don't care.
No,
That's
that-
a messy situation. I don't give a fuck.
People
They still
people
together.
have weak moments. And I'm okay with saying that
I can't say
a weak,
fuck him.
a weak moment is not the same as a pattern of weak moments, which is the
There
same
you go.
as having a
That's
habit
my
form.
okay. Wait, that's my point.
Yeah.
You're right about that. The pattern shit. Okay.
Floyd ain't
so,
Ray Rice.
for example,
Ray
when
Rice
Chris
ain't
Brown,
Floyd.
when Chris Brown did the Rihanna thing, I forgave Chris Brown.
Oh, yeah, you over the fake news.
No,
Go ahead on.
wait.
What you finna
I
say?
forgave Chris Brown about the shit or whatever because he
Because he
said
asked you.
he did. That's how you forget him. No, that nigga don't know you. Y'all niggas trying to be funny. Both of y'all niggas.
I just want to ask Annabelle.
Yeah.
He'll understand.
He did ask me. The reason why he asked me, because he publicly apologized. He said, I'm asking all of my fans, and since I was a fan, he talking to me.
All right.
To give me an apology.
Hey, don't get the
So I love y'all niggas right now.
You ain't gotta get sassy.
Continue on. You know what?
What were you saying?
You know what?
You ain't gotta get sassy.
Okay, my
Oh,
point is
come on.
this. Go ahead, Breeze. He fuck y'all niggas. That nigga was a great, talented artist, man. I can't be a Chris Brown fan.
I didn't say nothing.
I'm still a fan.
Have you heard Run It? It's amazing. It's a great song.
Oh yeah, I like it.
You were saying
That being said, if a person asks for an apology and you give them a chance and say, okay, well, I give the nigga another chance to apologize for his actions or whatever, because you can't just, like you said, you can't condemn a person because of one crime. People change and they make mistakes and get better. So then he do it. But then if he do it again and again and again and again, at that point you like, fuck this nigga. So the XX trapped the nigga. He got in 3 incidents domestic violence with this woman previously, and then he punched the eyeball.
I still not. I can't get into that
what?
domestic shit
You know
with
what,
the
though?
nigga and his bitch. I can't get into that.
Here's my question to that about these online heroes, these superstars, and
Right.
pop culture people. If you look at your family tree, there's someone who is way too friendly with kids. There's someone who likes taking other people's stuff. And at some point, you have to decide that you can't watch my kids and you can't hold my stuff. Now, if everybody tells you, listen, when Leroy is cooking and he starts drinking, he gonna start reaching. All right, so you need to back up. You need to go in the house and leave him on the grill. If you decide that you want to stand next to the grill with Leroy after somebody done told you, and he grabbed you, whose fault is that now? If we know you're not a hero, why we gotta keep putting the cape on you?
But see, that's my point. Why we gotta pick better heroes as a society, as a people.
But that's not extension fault that people made them.
No, I'm not blaming extension. I said internet, people, humans. We gotta do better.
When they do the same thing that a lot of that goes full circle back to the other thing that I was talking about. They on team as Tisha Young, and they don't see none of the faults because that's they
Hero worship.
That's they niggas. So fuck all the faults. It don't matter what the fuck
You
did.
mean like
This
Bill
is
Cosby?
who I'm riding for.
Don't
Yeah.
you put them in the same boat.
It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
You ride with a nigga who do bad shit.
It's not the same thing.
If Bill Cosby would have died before all the shit came out, he'd be a legend still.
That's
It's
true.
not,
We wouldn't know though.
It's not even the same thing because you're comparing a child's life to a grown man's fade into the sunset.
That might be true, and I do agree that
Because him not having a chance to live his life to really
I don't
see
think
it
the kid
come.
life should have been taken. That ain't what I'm saying.
No,
But I also
I'm not saying
think-
you are.
Yeah.
I'm saying that somebody who dies at 14 is not the same as somebody who died at 44, and you compare their legacies. Because
It's
if
not
I,
19.
right, if you'd have killed me at 19, there'd have been a lot of, you know what, I don't know about that story.
Y'all niggas just gotta do better. All you SoundCloud rappers, man.
We fans. We have to remember that they just pop stars.
No. I ain't talking about that part of it. I'm going back to our original argument. You're right about that, Matt. You are correct about that. I'm going back to our original argument, which was these niggas faking out here, talking about they Crips and Bloods and
That's
shit.
true.
You SoundCloud rapping niggas gotta do better. Just make your little song. Niggas gonna listen to it regardless and stop trying to be hard.
Don't make it personal. If you're
Yeah.
not ready for that personal content.
Don't say fuck the Bloods. I'm a Crip. If A, you not a Crip, and B, you ain't ready for that. Cause they gonna come get you, bro.
Because it's not necessary.
Just make your little shit ass song. By the way,
Wait a minute.
that's why I was about to say I want to address this before we go because we run out of time. But I want to talk about this nigga music real quick because I listen to it. You listen to it, cuz?
Yeah.
It's horrible.
No,
It's not horrible to the effect of.
damn.
Oh wait,
It's horrible. No, it's not horrible to the.
no, it's not
What?
horrible to the effect of it's unlistenable.
reason.
But it's horrible to the effect of it fits right into the rest of this badass SoundCloud shit. But ain't no.
I think he sounded. I think his music was different than the rest of that shit because his music was. First of all, he was more of an artist than just a nigga on there rapping on the beat and just making a song. When he made a song, it actually was about the title of the song and they had a theme.
Now that's true.
And it was
the song,
music.
but it was still trap rap. It was still SoundCloud
Right,
rap.
but he made music though, not just the song. Like
I'm gonna tell you,
it was composed music.
if you have fans, you've done something well.
If what now?
If you have fans, you've done something.
It wasn't just put on the
And
beat,
so the
make
fact
a hook, and I make a verse. It was a composed record.
he wasn't the only person that died in the past week. So the fact that we're talking about him, he has done something well.
I mean, yeah, that's true, but
Stop hating, you bitch.
I'm not hating, man.
5 stars,
this.
you a fan. 4 stars, you a hater.
I'm saying this. I'm saying, yeah, 5 stars, you're a fan, 4 stars. Yeah, if 5 stars greatness, I'm saying he's a 3.5 star rapper.
That's hating.
That's what I'm saying. He can't be average.
He was shit as a rapper. I'm talking about as an artist. As a rapper, this nigga's a 0.5.
He, bro.
As an
Y'all gonna
artist,
get off his grave with your tap shoes.
as
Man.
an artist, I give him 4 out
The
of 5
reason why I brought
stars.
that up-
They didn't have time to finish his musical career.
Man, the reason why I brought it up, I heard a whole bunch of people online talking about he was a legend. I'm like, a legend?
What
To
they
them.
know.
To them,
Because if you worry about what Trey's saying,
Bruh.
that's on you.
Bruh, even if you am an age who am about to be 12, that nigga still
Huh,
should
they
be
know
no,
that beat Tupac. I know that.
No, it should
Now
not
we
be.
talking.
It should not
Nah,
be.
don't
But it better be
foolish
Drake.
about it.
It better be Drake. And I'm not saying that because Drake's a legend. What I'm saying
Drake's a
is
pop star.
he's the biggest dude in their era.
But
This
if
dude
you're
not
not
the
a
biggest
fan, but
dude
if you're
in
not
their
a
era.
fan of his style,
But you know what we do
Drake
that? You know
regardless.
what we do that? Every nigga that came out knew we was like, he's a legend. When
But
Luda came out, we say Luda a legend.
everybody couldn't understand why Cash Money wasn't #1 everywhere. I love the big timers. Manny Fresh, come on the show.
There you go.
Manny
Holla
Fresh.
at it, Manny Fresh. Do come on
You
the show,
made me
but-
half the young
but-
man I used to be.
And that's the thing. When Manny Fresh and Baby came out with Big Timers, we wasn't like, this a legendary
That was
album.
Triple Extinction. Yeah, we was.
We ain't say that.
No, we
We
did.
said it's real bad.
You younger than me, but when they came out, I went all the way to Atlanta, Georgia.
I mean, we want to see them niggas too, but we wasn't like these greatest rappers of all time.
We was.
These social media niggas going too far, man. Like, oh, he the greatest rapper of all
Manny
time.
Fresh
Say
is the greatest
what?
producer ever.
Boy, Manny is legendary.
Legend,
Thank you.
yeah. I'm not arguing that Manny Fresh ain't the greatest producer ever.
SS's Tasha probably could have been legendary, but the nigga
Give him
died.
time if he'd have had it.
I ain't know who the nigga was
You
till he
don't know,
died.
you don't know what he would have been.
I ain't know who the nigga was till he died.
That's unfortunate for
So
you.
he was a long way from legendary. Cause
Oh,
you know what? White people
that was
know.
the last
thing. Now,
No, white people know who Tupac is.
White people know SS.
What
More
that
white
mean?
people know SS.
More white people know all new rappers than black rappers. Hip hop is more consumed by white people. Period. But what I'm
That's
saying
just-
is,
this is more-
but what I'm
that's
saying
not-
is,
that's not
if you
what
walk
people
up, if
say.
you walk up to Jane, who works in the mail room at your job, and you say, "Hey Jane, do you know who SS Tatiana is?"
If you
And this
ask
is
her,
before his death, she would be like, "No." If you say, "Jane, do you know who Tupac is?" She's like, "I've heard of Tupac."
Jane, do you know who Nas is?
I didn't say Nas. I said Tupac. I'm putting Nas in this.
think you doing
You trying to put out a nigga that's not his famous. Get your ass out of here.
Excuse me, Jane, do you know Joe Budden?
Shit, that nigga, Joe Budden.
You done had too much time.
Let me tell you
You
something.
done had too much
For the rest
time.
of the time we doing this goddamn podcast, you better not never mention Nas, Joe Budden, and
Joe
Tupac
Budden,
in the
I see you
same
on the 4th of
sentence.
July.
Although Joe Budden, your podcast is awesome. Come on the pod.
I think he taken off.
I'm not beefing,
I
I'm just
disagree.
asking about Jane.
I disagree. I like the fact that the last
Stop
time
digital
we've been
thugging.
talking about hip hop. But Jay know who Tupac is. She don't know who fucking 65
He
is.
was in Poetic Justice, bro.
He was in poet.
Tupac was a megastar. Tupac was Jay-Z now.
Biggie and Megastar. Those legends. That's what I'm saying.
You can't do
Everybody
it.
know who Prince is, regardless of what type of
Sir
music you listen
Mix-a-Lot.
to. Sir Mix-a-Lot.
He was really good.
His song is a legend.
No.
He's a one-hit wonder
That
legend.
that
Oh,
song
plus
is
he's on Broadway.
Nigga, just no, nobody.
Oh, wait a minute. That's not the track.
My
Plus
favorite
he's on.
bro.
That's not the beat.
My favorite Sir Mix-a-Lot song is "Put 'Em on the Glass." Put 'em on the glass.
And real, we miss you. We need
The
you.
boy got records.
Hey, but hey, they might not know who Sir Mix-a-Lot is, but I bet they know that song. That's a legendary song. But niggas always know who Biggie, Tupac, Prince, Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie, the legends. Or whatever. Except you can't,
It's a legend now because he's dead. and
Yeah, that's
his
true.
music is gonna be.
when you die, you get super famous.
Now
No.
he's a legend now. To them.
No.
Yeah. You can't take that away from him.
Millennials
that voted.
ain't.
The
Millennials
nigga
ain't
got
taking
over a
forever.
billion streams,
The
cuz.
people voted, and the
That's
people,
crazy.
The people voting him a legend. The kids is. So
That's crazy.
Kid-
man.
right, same
Don't-
kids,
y'all young niggas don't lose your life over dumb shit though.
Yeah.
For real, for real.
Be consistent in real life.
That's
and
right.
Digital.
Man, but we gonna wrap it up, man. What I learned from this episode is that we need to start a hip hop podcast where we just talk about and argue about who the greatest rappers is all
Next
time.
week on
Voting.
brother.
Yeah. And the fact that my posse's on Broadway was uttered is probably the first time somebody brought up that song in over 20 years. Shout out to Matt. But we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up, man. Remember, y'all catch us on YouTube live streaming 6 p.m. Saturdays. You also can follow the page on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Bro Listen Podcast. Just search us out. If you Google us, all our information come up for like the first 10 searches now. So we the only Bro Listen Podcast on the internet. So y'all can find us. Just Google us, man, and connect with us so we can interact with y'all or whatever. I don't know where Bria at. She said she couldn't come. She got some stuff going on. Hopefully she alright or whatever. But don't miss no more shows because this was ridiculous. Intern Bud, you trash. You need to show up. That's all I'm saying. We're gonna go ahead and get to the final thoughts. Matt, what's your final thought, man?
Small minds do things to get noticed. Big minds get noticed when they do things.
This nigga got to write that shit down before we even start.
Duh, you ain't figure that out. I figured that out episode 2. It don't matter. It don't even got nothing to do with nothing. You should do that. You should come to the show.
No, I got my
With a final thought.
I freestyle, baby. Look here. Stop blindly following motherfuckers. Because when you blindly follow them, you can wake up with a headache and a sore ass. Sore asshole.
That was clear the first time you said it. Thanks for the confirmation of the
If
consideration.
you waking up with a sore asshole, boy, you follow the wrong nigga, boy.
Long night.
That's a long night,
Yeah,
man.
all that.
That's a long night, man. And my final thought is, be true to who you are, man. Don't freaking try to be somebody that you're not. Be the best person that you can be. Be who you want to be, but don't be somebody you're not, man. And that being said, man, we appreciate everybody coming, listening, and checking us out, man. As always, man, Brothers and Podcast, episode number 15 in the books. All power to the people. Peace. Bitch!
Why you didn't tell me she was here? That's why she came down here.
My pie.